One more mistake, Kui, and I'll have you retired. Finding someone else is your problem.
But...
Enough! Find a solution and leave me alone.
This is not an appropriate time to... Wait a moment. You have the look of a fighter about you. Those hands, that stance, even your eyes. I'd know that look anywhere. You must be here to join the most glorious contest in the Empire. Isn't it fortunate that Lucky Cho and I were just discussing how this place needs an M-fusion of new blood?
This place houses the finest competition in the Empire. If you wish to hone your skills, you will find few challenges more worthy.
Come with me a moment and we'll engagitate in some dissertation about the best decision you'll ever make. This is turning out to be an excellent day, most ostentatious indeed.
Don't you mean auspicious?
I apologize if I'm using words beyond your grasp. Very few people can match either the supply or the command of my language.
Right. Of course. Silly of me to bring it up. What were you saying?
Strong build, good shoulders, not half bad looking either. You've got what it takes to make it in today's arena.
What are you getting at?
The question is, can you fight? Are you worthy of the arena? I say the answer is a clarion and resounding yes. Some might be suspicious of one seen publicly consorting with the Lotus Assassins, but I have no such qualms. You're as welcome here as the Emperor himself. What say we get you signed up for the greatest attraction in all the Empire? The arena awaits.
Before I agree to anything, I need to know the rules of this tournament.
Here you fight for silver. Glory is yours for the taking if you value it. The reward starts small, but in the gold division, you could easily retire on your winnings. In fact, our last champion, Raging Ox, did just that. Suddenly up and left to enjoy his winnings, clearing the way for the Ravager to take his place. You'll start low and advance on my say-so, but I can already tell you're going to expel in this place. You'll not languish in the qualifiers for long.
Expel? If I join the arena, who or what would I face?
You will face the flashing blade of Crimson Kana, the stern resolve of Iron Soldier, and the, troublesome triumvirate of the Sung Brothers. If you defeat these veterans, you will face the Ravager, our newest champion, who tore his way through the divisions to replace the now retired Raging Ox. Go ask them yourselves if you want to know more. Hapless Hans faced more than a few of them too, if you want his perspications.
Alright, I want to join the arena.
That's the spirit of the thing. Now, what name precedes you in your travels?
I'm called Liu Kang.
Right, a fine name indeed. But it won't sell, not at all. We need something more memorable for the crowds. Think of something that would sound engaging, ringing down from the rafters. That's how we'll bill you.
Bill me as Silver Phoenix.
Silver Phoenix. Silver Phoenix. Conjures up quite an image. Are you certain?
Yes, that's what I want.
Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell me when you're ready for a fight, and I'll get you started. Since you're new, you'll start in the qualifying rounds. The money's small at that level, but it's there. Any other questions?
That's all I need to know.
One other thing. You should talk to the other fighters now and then. They will be watching you, and you should get to know them as well.
We're all one big happy family. You're a big, happy idiot, Han.
As you can see, they always have something to say.
Oh. Tell me about my first fight.
For your first match, we'll start you off against a mighty ogre. I'll be watching your style closely to see how you fare. Impress me, and I'll take you to the top. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I should take a moment and explain the system we use here.
I'll figure it out as I go along. Skip to the fight.
That's the spirit. Dive right in with both feet first. It's not that difficult a system, and you seem bright enough to figure it out. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
A new warrior does battle with the beast.
That was an impressive beginning. Normally I'd have started you off against something easier, but you practically ooze potential. You've caught the eyes of the other fighters as well. Go ask them if you don't believe me.
That really was a fantastic bout!
Beating the ogre's nothing special. I could have done better bound and blinded.
Sometimes you don't even need to ask. One fight does not make a champion, though. There are many more opponents ahead of you. Let's move on, shall we?
There's nothing else I need from you, Queen.
Be sure to return when you're ready to continue your climb through the qualifying round.
Hello there, I'm Han, though fans and, well, everyone else call me Hapless Han. It's not such a bad thing. Fighting in the lower divisions means I never run afoul of the Ravager. Our current champion has nearly killed his last two opponents. See, I look on the bright side of things. Even if my losses make people call me hapless, are numbers really that important? In my mind, it's trying your best that counts. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Things aren't exactly glamorous here in the qualifying round, are they? Now, what can I do for you?
Can I ask you a few questions?
You have something on your mind? I'm happy to help.
How well do you know the Imperial City?
I'm sure you can find your way around, but I've been here all my life. I can tell you about the scholars, the common folk, and even a bit about the Emperor himself.
I'm interested in hearing about the Emperor.
Emperor's son is a savior to the Empire. He created a never-ending supply of water for us. It's just too bad his daughter isn't a bit more respectful of tradition. Then again, her father has changed the way things are done, so I suppose that's to be expected.
Okay. How is the princess disrespectful of tradition?
Princess Leon is a willful child, they say. Don't take that to mean I know her personally, but everyone says she's willful. To be fair, that could be good in a ruler. Still, you have to respect tradition. I'm not exactly sure what she's done that's so bad, but I know it set the nobles aflame with gossip.
That's all I needed from you.
Right you are. Take care.
You look a shade better than the usual cowardly dogs we get through here. Just a shade, though. So you've earned the right to talk to me. Lucky you. Iron Soldier's the name, though everyone just calls me Soldier. You may as well do the same. If I waste time talking to you, it's because I can respect that you're prepared to lose terribly in the arena.
Are you always this belligerent?
Given half the chance, yes. If you can't handle it, you don't need to talk to me. There are some people who call the way I operate walking the low path, but they're fools.
Tell me more about the low path.
Talking about the low path is an attempt to deride the philosophy of those of us who see the truth. There's no real altruists in this world, just people who explain their actions with reasons that are easily palatable to the masses. I refuse to kowtow to those kind of lies. I'm a warrior. People either challenge me and grow stronger, or run away like weaklings.
That philosophy can't earn you many friends.
Like I care. It's in my nature to rail against simpering fools, and by being true to the discord I cause, I'm made that much stronger. That's all there is to it. I'm not here to hash this over with you. If you want that, go bother the scholars or one of those saps in the Black Leopard School on the hill.
I'll talk to you later, soldier.
Good. Go bother someone else.
Wuwuwir wakwakir fonir sisa ukopkipo kusu ukut. Kwanak apiyir, kwanaruk tatisir si usta. Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk wupan.
Tell me about yourself.
Yawar ir, wuswair susu no. Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk wupan.
What sort of things do you keep an eye on?
Kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
And what can you tell me about Kylan the Serpent?
The kawa ir ap wo ofir wo wir wak fonui unka.
Tell me more about Lucky Cho.
Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk wupan. Wuyo ir, naur ir kunurk nuka uk, kin piir ukir ifu ir wu.
I should get back to what I was doing.
Kop awuka inir, o afawafi ithaturo tur.
Awir nistu kuiruk, ayer fun. Soir ir wu, nisir tintina yewir. Uksir watuafu ni froto usosawir, uktatasir ni ryoki.
You clearly dislike this place. Why not just leave?
Ukwiro ni sayir tatasir yu, wo nawir sir fu ni winyanakan.
That makes a certain kind of sense.
Wo sawir noka ukrapro ni apawafa son sir tu wirwo.
That's what I want to ask you for now.
Wo you wir Shakespeare, wo so.
Fascinating. How very interesting to meet you. Fate may have robbed me of my sight at a young age, but I can still sense the energy within your meridians. Impressive, and yet somewhat strange.
What's strange about my energy?
I don't know what it is about you exactly, but I would say you have been trained like no other warrior in this place. What I do know is that several of the techniques pioneered by what we call the new schools would have astonishing effects on one with your energy.
The new schools of what?
Allow me a formal introduction. I am Dr. An, acupuncturist. You are one of the arena's contestants, are you not? I hear talk that you are one of the most promising new contenders. But I should not prattle on at you. What do you need from me?
Show me what you have to sell.
Of course. Have a look.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need?
Tell me about my next fight.
Since you held your own against the ogre brute last time, I'm going to try something exciting for the crowd. I've got 4 boys from some school west of the city who've been bothering me for some tougher matches. I'm giving you all of them at once. It'll wow the crowd and teach them a lesson at the same time. Remember to watch your sides and back. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Four students test their skills against one master.
Those boys won't be back anytime soon. Losing as a group to one opponent would shame a peasant, let alone a student of the martial arts.
Alright, well, tell me about my next fight.
The crowd's starting to catch on to you. Have you noticed? People like you, and now I'm going to make sure they pay attention. I'm going to have a roughly hewn statue hauled into the ring. I want you to disconstructulate it. Destroy the statue quickly enough, and I'll give you a shot at hapless Han. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Unyielding stone meets the press of time.
Legendary strike.
Excellent work. You have bested time itself in destroying that statue. No mean feat, I assure you.
I'll be back.
Be sure to return when you're ready to continue your climb through the qualifying round.
I was wondering if you'd wander over here to test your luck. It's hard to resist the rattling call of the dice, isn't it? Gambler Dowson's the name. I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City. I wouldn't want to feed my children with tarnished silver, would I? Good odds and fair play. That's how I keep them coming back.
What's the nature of the game?
A simple enough game called high-low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on easily enough, I'm sure.
Let's roll the dice. I like to try my luck.
That's what I was waiting to hear. So what'll it be? Will your roll be higher or lower than mine?
Lower. I'm betting I'll be under your roll.
Aiming under my roll, are ya? I'm happy with that if you are. How confident are you?
Let's go with 5 silver for my wager.
Let's see how they fall, shall we? Rolling low and winning large. You called it well. What say we try again?
Well, that's enough now. I should go.
You take care of yourself and come back soon to the best game in the city.
Watched your last match. From what I hear, you and I will meet next. I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, well, see you in the arena then.
I'll see you soon enough. I'm looking forward to our match.
Like you're still walking after that last match. Too bad. Surprising. Most of the time, you qualifiers hurt yourselves more than your opponents. Good. Go bother someone else.
Itahirir koni afafatir? Nararir uk u yorir. Kop awuka inir. O afawafi ith
Gwiro ni sair tatasi yeru o nawir sir fu ni winyanakan. Wo yo wir Shakespeare woso.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight.
Tell me about my next fight.
I think you're ready to face hapless Han. Show me you're ready for the big time, and I'll make sure you don't have to dance with the children anymore. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Follow me, and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Can Silver Phoenix surpass Hapless Han and leave the qualifying division?
dealt with Han very well. I knew you would. All of our professional fighters move past him eventually.
Kui, that will be enough. I bring you a message from my employer, Kailan the Serpent. He is impressed with how far you have come in such a short while. The Serpent wants you to know that he is watching your progress very closely. He is most interested to see how you fare in the Bronze Division. Kui, you may breathe again. That is all I had to say.
Well, that was good, I think.
Why do you let Lucky Cho push you around, Kui?
Lucky Cho is a thug, pure and simple, but he's very good at what he does. He's also a member of the guild and reports directly to Kailan. Kailan oversees things here in the arena, and the guild ensures that the authorities leave us in peace.
Tell me more about Kailan the Serpent.
He has a distinct interest in the proceedings here. He is an ex-champion, you see. He retired some time ago, even before Raging Ox, who was the champion before the Ravager. Kailan couldn't leave the arena alone, though. He has become a very important man here with the help of a group called the Guild.
Enough about what Lucky Cho said. Can you tell me more about the guild?
The Guild is the organization that controls all of the betting in this place. That gives them considerable sway. It is good that they are happy with your progress. Between us, the Guild is also involved in more illicit activities. They are very sensitive about remaining an open secret. Many know about them, but few acknowledge that fact. Right now is a particularly dangerous time, as one of the leaders of the Guild has recently been inhumed. Kailan sees this as an opportunity. Do not discuss them openly. The Guild has many ears. You may ask some of the others in the arena about them if you wish, but I would not bring it up to just anyone.
I'll be careful who I talk to.
A wise decision. Very wise. For the sake of your career, I suggest that you limit any questions you have to your fellow fighters.
Well done! That fight was much better than this wine. With all the pure water pouring from the palace, you'd think they might have learned how to make wine that didn't taste like goat piss.
Black Whirlwind, that is you. Are you back to...
No, just here visiting, and making sure nothing happens to your newest fighter.
So you won't be...
No, leave it alone, Kui. You know better than to bring this up. Just mind your business, promoter, and I'll mind mine.
You travel in curious company. Regardless, when you're ready, come talk to me again and we'll discuss your next match.
Hold on, Kui. How do you know the Black Whirlwind?
I know him, yes, but I know better than to contravigate his wishes. If you want to talk about it, ask him. I'm staying out of it. What do you need?
Nothing else I need from you, Kui.
Do not be gone too long. Kana may well rise to become the Silver Division champion while you're away.
Boy, that sure was something. I wouldn't have wanted to be me out there, except that I was. But I learned so much from facing you. Next time I should try some of that fancy stuff you do. I'm not exactly sure how you did it, though.
Pay attention when you fight. Make the enemy's moves your own.
You know, that's a good idea. I tend to focus on myself more than others. Perhaps I can learn some new tricks. Thanks for the encouragement.
Do you know anything about a guild?
All the contestants know about the guild. They are the real power here. Keep your voice low. We don't want Lucky Cho to hear us talking about this.
Okay then. How can they operate so openly?
It's not that open, but Lucky Cho and Kai Lan don't bother to hide their actions much. I wonder if the rest of the guild appreciates them being that open. As to why the Empire tolerates them, I know of at least one promising fighter who went off to join the Lotus Assassins not too long ago. It was like they recruited him after seeing what he could do here. Maybe there's some arrangement that makes the Lotus Assassins overlook this place.
That's all I need from you.
It's always nice of you to stop by and chat. A lot of people who move past me in the arena never look back.
Looks like you're still walking after that last match. Too bad. You ground the hapless one beneath your feet like everyone else does, huh? Han's pathetic for wasting time on the hopefuls, if you ask me. Then again, watching Han stumble to Dr. An every time he tries to handle the real Bronze Division fights is one of the most entertaining things about this place.
I'll talk to you later, soldier.
Good. Go bother someone else.
Wir aki thita hirir koni afafatir? Satha afsoni wakwikir fonir no ni wo yak kuptir. Kop awuka inir wo afawafi ithaturo.
Ktatasir ni ryoki. Ka sisayir na work awukategi.
Lucky Cho mentioned the guild. I need to know your thoughts on them.
Uksir watawafu ni froto usosawir. Uktatasir ni ryoki.
What can you tell me about the serpent?
Kwawir uyu itair noka sisayir na workur. Wo nisirwir nokathakuna.
Why does the Empire put up with the guild?
Wo panaro wasawir tatasi ni wasunir praun. Wasawir kokonatoi. Wono wiri fuwiro kwa safno sisitu. Kwawir ni sisiyir sisitu kun wano sisitu nig on wipifi.
That's all I wanted to ask you for now.
Wo yo wir Shakespeare warso.
Brothers Sung greet our fellow combatant warmly. I am Sung Bo, this is my little brother Boo, and my older brother Sui.
Do not bother me. Introductions merely clutter the mind.
I don't think they was bothering you, Sui. It's Bo being talked to.
Han falls to your strikes, as have so many before. Now that you have entered the Bronze Division, we shall see how you truly fare. Now, what did you need?
That's all I need from you three for now.
Oh yes, we shall see you around. Of that you can be sure.
I cannot see you. Your appearances are hard to ignore. Welcome again. Hapless Han stumbled in here for yet another treatment after you defeated him. Impressive handiwork, though I find myself in a position to wish you were less skilled, especially with Han. He is a continual strain on my time.
What's wrong with treating Han?
I think you misunderstand the situation. I have no problems treating Han, but I receive no compensation for tending to injuries. I shouldn't complain, though. The arena pays me to look after you fighters, and Han's constant injuries have helped me hone my healing skills to a razor edge.
Oh, what you have to sell?
Of course. Have a look.
Careful in the Lotus Assassin Fortress. They may not know you are an enemy, but they can still be dangerous.
Do you want to talk? Your feelings are very important to me.
We are much closer to finding our master, but the path you are forced to take worries me, and I don't think the princess shares my concern. We have faced these Lotus Assassins in small numbers before, but this is something different.
I understand. It is gaining their favor that concerns you.
I see the necessity of walking in their steps to fool them, but I am growing accustomed to you, and I don't want to see this change you.
Really? What do you like about me now?
You embarrass me with such forward questions, but I think I like that as well. It bothers me that you risk so much to walk in the shadow of the enemy. You found a way to appease the Lotus Assassins while sparing Minister Shang. Will you be able to hide your honor when in their midst? I don't want to win if it claims the good in you. What right do we have to harmony if we sacrifice what we believe to get it?
I'm concerned as well. I promise I will not become as they are.
I know you won't, but it still does my heart good to hear it. The more I know about you, the more I want you to stay as you are. It would be a shame for something to happen when we are becoming close. We will talk again. I know everything will work out just fine. Don't go too far. I'd get lost in this city. I know it.
Always happy to help. What do you need?
What's on your mind right now?
Dawnstar has been telling me about two rivers, the Swamp and Gal the Lesser. I was sorry to hear about your town and your friends. It brought a question to mind. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Why? Seriously, why are you doing this? Details aside, you're fighting the Empire as a whole when you oppose the Lotus Assassins, Death's Hand, or the Emperor's will. I know all about your village and your master, and that explains some of it. What it doesn't explain is your drive, your strength. What gives you that?
People are suffering. I'm going to find out why and fix it.
I wonder if fate cast this burden upon you, or if you rose up on your own to shoulder it. History will probably decide. I know you're going to follow Silk Fox's plans to find a way into the Assassin's Den. It won't be easy, but I'm confident we'll succeed. It's what happens after you find a way in that has me worried.
I'll tear that place down by its foundations if I have to.
I can imagine that might just be the case. I knew men and women who were drawn to the Lotus Assassins. They went into that place to prove themselves, as you intend to. And the few who made it back out were different.
Different how?
They acted like they didn't know us, or just didn't care if we lived or died. It's hard to say if there's even a difference to the Lotus Assassins. I know you'll be fine. The Assassins will be lucky if you don't bring the place down around their ears. Just be sure not to tip your hand before you're ready. That's all in the future, though. We should keep at what we're doing. There's a lot left to tackle before we're done.
Talk to you later, Sky.
Of course. I'll be here if you need anything.
What? What do you want?
We should talk about your time in the Imperial Arena.
No, I don't think so. I've told you to watch your back, and that's all you need to hear for now. If anything needs to be done beyond that, I'll do it.
What would need to be done?
I don't know. Hopefully nothing, but I'm keeping my eyes open. You just carry on and know that the Black Whirlwind's got your back. Not literally, of course. I respect you too much to go grabbing anything posterior.
Let's move to something else.
Good idea. You've got bigger things to worry about than me anyway. Not much bigger, mind you.
That's all for now.
Whatever.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you? Busy, busy. No time for chatty, chatty.
Let's talk about you and what your wind map revealed.
I've given some thought to the strange device that I was inspired to construct. I'm not sure what purpose it has yet, but it appears to be working. I think. Just a few tweaks. Tight fit. Not sure how that will affect things. What's it? I don't remember seeing that before. Just get this last. There we go. It's ready. Now we can finally find out just what it does. After I name it, of course. Nothing works right until you name it. How about the confoundable minutia?
I'm sure that will help. Start it up.
What? No, impossible. I fixed it. I checked everything. It should work. Unless... No, I did that. Oh, where'd the city go? Well, that was anticlimactic. A flash of light, but no resounding boom. What good is such a light if Earth doesn't meet sky?
Where are we?
What? Oh my. It seems we have transported to a heaven. A strangely familiar one for some reason, but I don't recall ever moving to such a place before.
Where have you brought us, Kang? We don't have time for such games. Get us back to the Imperial City, now!
So you don't know where we are.
This place is completely unknown to me. Or is it? I am compelled to take the steps this way. There are gears here that I remember.
Kang, return at once! Kang! Ugh, let's go find him.
At this, it's a marvel. A wonder of monumental proportions. A phenomenal piece of unbelievable craftsmanship.
Really? What does it do?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it must be important, wouldn't you think? I mean, just look at it. These machines, they are manipulators, fabricators. They bully energy into something. They can be activated, deactivated, on and off and on. You see?
But what is it?
I can only come to one conclusion. Lord Lau's furnace.
Lord Lao, he's a story for children, like how he created the air bladders that lifted the palace until the stones forgot they belonged to the earth.
Legendary, mythical, and overrated in some respects, but if anyone else has a better origin for such machines as this, I'm not hearing it.
Who is Lord Lao?
Artificer to the celestial bureaucracy, he creates machines that themselves also create, although I'd make them a little less delicate had I his resources. Still, he is an inspirational figure for inventors, and we are in his playhouse. You select the machines you want to activate, and then the tiger or the dragon button, like this.
Ugh, here we go again.
Don't worry. The individual machines are not activated. I think the switches must be thrown on at least 2 of the components before it will do whatever it does. You also have to select a fuel. It looks like there are a few pieces of cinnabar in the contraption, but it may accept others as well.
Do you think it's wise to play with it?
Well, judging by the pile of ashes I found near the controls, if you do it wrong, it either creates a nice warm fire or burns the person standing here to a crisp. It looks like a powerful thing, so just guessing at the possible configurations will probably get you into trouble and waste the cinnabar in the machine. So, you might want to be careful how you go about it. Things like this usually have directions. No, recipes. No, that's not it. Configurations. That's it.
Wait, didn't we find a strange set of directions?
Very true. Perhaps you should give them a try. They didn't mean much before, but now we may have the tools to make something of them.
The Celestial Order, Volume 3. The Celestial Bureaucracy is made up of all the servants that the Great Dragon left behind to administer creation. According to the priests and ogres, they know nothing of their creator or where it has gone. The Great Dragon has transcended Haven, they say. They, in their faithfulness, remain behind. Or so they say. Over the millennia, many have fallen from their duties and have become part of the chaos in the world. This, we can only suppose, is part of creation as well. But as representatives of order, humanity suffers most from the attentions of these chaotic spirits and demons. The crux of the argument reads, to think that any machine could be designed around the principle of starting motion with a tiger of all things is to dally with utter madness. If this were not enough, No machine made by the hands of the man can be fueled by iron infused with nickel. The resulting metal, while strong, is inert to reactions. Even the application of electrical current and the introduction of chimney smoke into a mechanical cauldron, as proposed, produce no appreciable result.
Excellent! What an amazing machine! Now, if we can find more configurations, just imagine what we could do here.
I want to try that again.
That same one? But why not try something different? It's up to you, of course.
Something about this strange poem made it stick in your mind. Configurations guided by the tiger burn bright as the cauldron bubbles in the night. The cocks whirl their graceful dances, but they grow tired unless they drink of the water infused with sulfur. We found this strange expert from a diary. The pages were torn from the book but kept together as if they were in an important secret. In his ravings, my husband talked of madmen with eyes of metal and of a strange island in the skies. His words frightened me, but not more than when he clenched my arm suddenly lucid. "It's the tiger," he said, fever burning in his eyes. "The tiger feeds on the stone of the cow, torn from the bovine's innards. All but the cocks are watching, waiting and active, waiting for the tiger to feed." After his recovery, my husband remembered nothing of his journeys or his ravings except one.
Something about this place. I can almost feel it. It's on the tip of my brain. And then it's gone. I just wish something would help prod my memory.
Hank, something just appeared behind you.
Huh? What? Well now, what have we here? Well, isn't that just a golden carp full of luck? Let's see here. It's a wind map. Very sloppy ink, like it was crafted in a hurry, but I can decipher it. It would seem that someone wants to reward proper use of the furnace.
Where does it lead?
Through some wind, like any other of its kind. Really, I think you'd have grasped the concept by... Oh, you mean specifically? Like the previous map, there is really only one way to know for certain where it leads, and that is to get in the flyer and go there. We will have to leave the furnace before we can fly out, however. A little matter of needing the flyer. Just tell me when you want to leave. All right, all right. Have a look around, or whatever it is you do. Come and find me when you want to go back.
This strange schematic has had better days, the paper ragged at the corners, while the page is filled with doodle diagrams, including one for a device that seems designed to colorize rice. For easy sorting, the majority of the space is taken up by a single notation. Foul-smelling water must be purified of the taint of a rotted egg. Only the water wheel and the plowing stack can manage it, even then only with the dragon's help. I'm ready to leave this place.
If we make it back to the real world, speak with me again and we can head off on that little wind map adventure. Did I say, if we make it back? Ha, yes, I did.
What do you want?
Are you alright with the demons inside you?
They don't come out very much. The Guardian protects me and keeps the other inside. When the other tries to get out, it feels like my head is going to tear itself apart.
This must be very hard on you.
Yes, but the Guardian has always been with me, and I trust him. The other one has been there too, but smaller. They won't say why. They say we have to be with you now.
Wasoki parir no kasisa irsonkot nawa patia yir ni uk.
Why did you choose her?
Ukir okir wo kup thithir sunuk. Uk ipipir sa ir tatasi. Ispirta. Hok kawari sa ir tasir uyo. Newa kup kipstir sunuk. Onoir kup tha ir tha nir uk kun aso. Si ir sukut afithir no.
You mean Yashgen?
Wo okawunir inatir nofon. Panir shakshir wo sir nikorpak.
Ha! You care too much for this whelp.
Ukir okir wo kup thithir sunuk. Uk ipipir sa ir tatasi.
Yes? How can this humble bunmaster assist you today?
Why did you become a bun master if you were a master fighter?
You're beginning to sound like my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the questions. As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the reason I no longer fight. My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle down, be more respectable.
Oh, you need to learn to stand up for yourself.
At first I ignored her rebukes and continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much of what happened next, which is fortunate. From what I hear, it wasn't very pretty.
Ouch.
I spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. Needless to say, when I was well enough to walk again, I was more than happy to settle down. As to why I became a bunmaster, well, it's a hard, thankless job that keeps me very, very busy. Very busy.
Thanks. That's all for now.
As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.